Hey everyone, welcome back to MH Auto Visions, and thank you for watching another video on this new channel. Thank you for your comments and your views and your feedback. Now let's sit back and take a look at the 2024 Tesla Model 3. This is the highly anticipated refresh 2024 Tesla Model 3. This is the least expensive car you could purchase from Tesla. Obviously, it's an all-electric sedan. There have been a lot of improvements made to this generation: updated taillights, headlights, interior, aerodynamics, range, and technology. However, we're not here to talk about that in this video. In this video, I want to really compare this to the two other very popular sedans, the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. Now, you might think it's not really fair to compare this car to those two, but it is. If you're in the market for a sedan, I would highly recommend this car over those two, and let me tell you why. This is the rear-wheel drive base Model 3. It's, again, the least expensive you could get. This is under $40,000 currently, and there's no EV tax credit on it right now, but I'm sure there will be soon, which will make the car even cheaper. Compare that to the brand new Honda Accord and the Toyota Camry. Their highest trim is now under $40,000. So it's maybe $1,000 cheaper, about $2,000 cheaper. But right now, those two cars are roughly about the same price. And I want to let you know that if you're in the market for a sedan, this is the car you want to get. And let me tell you why. Okay, so the very first feature is double layered glass windows. Tesla now has all four windows with double layered glass, which it helps tremendously with keeping the sound out. I've driven this car a few times already, and I gotta say, it is very, very quiet in the cabin. You barely hear anything. If you make phone calls, everything is so clear and crisp because of these windows. So another thing that the other two cars just do not offer is a rear infotainment system. This controls the rear heated seats. You could play games on there. You could watch YouTube. You could control music in there. This is something the other sedans don't even offer. It's not even an option. And the size of the screen is pretty much as big as what the other sedans have in the front. So this is like a luxury option here. Okay, so before we continue, there's something I'm not a big fan of, and it's the Model 3's door handles. I didn't really like them in the last generation. They carried on to this generation. Leave your comments. I really am not a big fan of them. Anyway, let's go inside. Let's take a look at the fit and the finish and the materials that is used on the 2024 Tesla Model 3. All right, so first thing is first, ambient lighting. Something is definitely not offered by the other two sedans that we've been talking about. I absolutely love how they incorporate the ambient lighting. You could see the curvature of the door meets the front trim. Just the way that ambient lighting, that line goes around. It's beautiful design. They did it very tastefully. It's one of my favorite things here. All right. Also, another thing, very big full glass roof. I'm very happy that Tesla made this like a standard almost for EV cars, but hopefully other cars will follow. Brings a lot of light to the vehicle, especially a vehicle this small. A few other features that you would not find in the Accords or Camrys is one, Sentry mode. This is something all Teslas have. You could set up your cameras to record the surrounding of your car. So anytime an object comes close or somebody comes close to your car, it starts recording and it lets you know there's somebody near your car. Next will be your 15.5-inch infotainment display. This is a very high resolution, quick and responsive display. It's your control hub for the Tesla, and the other sedans we've been talking about do not even come close. Okay, so when you put the Tesla Model 3 in reverse, first of all, you have three different views all at the same time, something the other sedans do not have. Once again, very large view of what's behind you, high resolution. And now with the software update, you also have kind of like a bird's eye view, 360 view, which again, the other two cars do not offer. Okay, so looking at the rear seats, Very comfortable. All leather. The rear seats are heated. The front seats are heated and ventilated. Keep that in mind. This is the base model, under $40,000, heated and ventilated front seats. The rear end, one of my favorite parts of the car. The tail lights are very sporty. I love that they're connected to the trunk lid. Looking at the cargo space, as you can see, compared to the Camry and the Accord, the Tesla Model 3 does have the most cargo space. This deep area underneath the lid, it was very deep. There's a lot of space there. And don't forget, this also comes with power trunk lid, which the other two sedans do not come with. The new Model 3 gets a brand new steering wheel. It's from the Model S. It's thick. The leather feels really nice on it. I really like the steering wheel. They also have placed the signals as buttons on the left side, and they have a voice command and the windshield wipers on the right side. And obviously they took out the two stocks behind the steering wheel. In the short amount of time that I was driving, I gotta say it took me way less time to get used to the missing gear shifter stock than it did for the signal stock. I constantly kept whacking the air on the left side looking for the signal stock. So my preference would be to have the stocks, even though it doesn't take long to get used to not having them. All right, before we get into a quick driving impressions, I just wanted to say how much I love this one Tesla feature. And that is when you're sitting at a red light and the light turns green, it has this little chime. I know you all know what I'm talking about. It just goes bing, it notifies you to start driving. The light has turned green. I really love this feature a lot. And it's not that I'm a really distracted driver, but your mind does wonder when you're at a light. And so this is like a great little feature. I absolutely love it. I wish all cars had that, actually. So I did not have a lot of time driving this car, but I have driven the old Model 3 and the Model Y. And I gotta say, the driving has drastically improved with the 2024 version. It's much, much quieter. It's much smoother. And I cannot repeat this enough. The car is super, super quiet. I think they updated the suspension as well. The interior, very nice car. It feels very luxurious, very bright, a lot of light in the cabin. The leather feels good. Now, I know I've been comparing this car to the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, the entire video. That does not mean those two cars are bad cars. They're great cars, great value, very reliable. A lot of people love those cars, including myself. However, if you're in the market for a car between $37,000 to $40,000, this is the car you want to go with. The features are very premium, and they're just simply not offered by other car companies at this price range. So please keep this in mind. Some of the cons that I mentioned, the door handles, not a big fan of. The missing stocks, personal preference, not a big fan of. No Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto, and the range is a little low. But leave comments, let me know what you guys think. What are your likes and dislikes? And thank you so much for watching the video. Have a great day.